Yep. Time for one more for the road. Essay, that is. I'm sure at least once this semester you've looked at the assignments go, man, just once I want to write what I want to write. Well, now's your chance. But there's conditions. The department requires that I build us towards a larger research paper. So I've cleverly decided to call this research paper the research paper. It's 6 pages, 8 sources. There'll be pre-writing, proposal, peer review, and the submission. It'll be worth 200 points. Please check your major assignment sheet for the specific dates. We can go through the text of the assignment sheet, but by and large, here are the highlights. First, there will be a proposal. We'll talk about the proposal in another video, and I have an example for you there. Secondly, the essay will be longer, so you will be required to write more stuff. Third, this is going to be a more valuable assignment than the others. It's worth 200 points, whereas the profile was worth 75 and the argument essay was worth 100. So the stakes are being raised. There is also something different here in that we can't really allow revision because the paper is due the last class time we are going to meet. So there's simply no time for revision. So it's really important that you get started on this one early and work to make it as good as you possibly can. As far as the subject and the requirements in that area, I'm pretty much open. You can do most of what you want. The assignment sheet actually says it's to write a researched essay on a topic of your choice. The paper must be argumentative, presenting and developing a claim about the subject. Other than that, you've got free rein. I am always available to talk to you about your subject, to bounce ideas off or anything like that. But I wouldn't wait too long. As far as the sources, I said it would be more research intensive. You need to have at least 8 sources, which include at least 1 book and at least 2 articles from scholarly journals. So you're going to be dealing with stuff that professionals in your field will be using. So we need to talk about research then. There are 2 types of research. You can do primary research where you go out and talk to people, surveys, polls, interviews, focus groups, and that's perfectly fine. I'm suspecting that most of you are going to rely primarily on secondary research, and secondary research is case studies, researches, online researches, the kind of stuff that a library would be good for. No, this is not the University of Toledo Library. It would be very nice if it was. But I have on the Blackboard page down at the bottom of the course menu, there's a link to LibGuides. LibGuides are university librarian created start pages for research. It has linked to journal articles, resources, dictionary, government documents, possible topics, refined research question. It gives you videos on how to do a number of things. The search box is right in there. There's a specific list of guides to specified research under a list of guides. So this is a tool that you have on Blackboard. It is very helpful if you've never done library research here. I would take you to the library and we would have an orientation session if this was a normal semester, but since it's not, I have incorporated 6 information literacy modules into our Blackboard course. Why they're out of order, I don't know. This is the Blackboard's decision. Each one of these will provide an overview on a particular topic, and at the end there will be a short "How much did you learn?" quiz. I am going to give you 10 points for each one of these, and these are assignments, so that is a requirement. I want to also point you out a few other items that can help you. The University Library webpage. They are open now. You might want to check their hours. I'm not sure what they are because, like you, since we're doing this online, I'm not on campus right now. But even if you can't get there in person, you can do a lot online. And they even have a chat feature where you can talk to a librarian online. Two things in particular I want to point you towards on the main UT library webpage is not only can you do a library catalog search of the University of Toledo library, you can do an Ohio Link library search. Ohio Link is a consortium of academic libraries from throughout the state. And the advantage to Ohio Link is that if there's a book or an article somewhere in the state that a university has access to, they'll get it for you. And it'll usually get here in just a couple days. On the off chance that what you're looking for isn't in the state of Ohio, we also have a link to WorldCat, which is a worldwide library catalog. And you can always request stuff via interlibrary loan. So you've got access to any number of books. The other thing I wanted to point out is the main University of Toledo webpage for the library has a link to all research databases, and they have a ton of them. The most popular ones are linked on top. I tend to, whenever I'm doing research, look at Academic Search Complete first. They have them broken down into categories depending on what specifically you're going to be doing research on. My number one piece of advice, though, is that in doing library research, if you're having problems or need help or need a guiding hand, talk to a librarian. Whether you talk to a librarian online or in person, these people live to serve you. They love to help people, and they love to teach you about how the library works. One of the best things you can do in your time in university is make really good friends with your librarian, because they hold a position of power, and they can help you get the right stuff for your papers. With the research essay, since it's coming right at the end of the semester, it's really important that you stick to the writing procedure. Do an outline, do multiple drafts, give yourself enough time to revise. You can't come back and fix this one, so really sticking to the plan is going to yield you the most benefits here, because this is it. But I know you can do it, because you're awesome. See you next video.